People swear by that idea that you write something down and within a year, you're either on that path or you can see it so much more clearly. Like in what you're doing is you're basically putting it out to whatever your guiding star is, whether it's your God, whether it's your spirit, whether it's your universe, whatever you feel is guiding your spirit. They hear it and they take it into account and they put you in places to see the opportunities. You're never going to just get it, right? If you ask for, well, I want to be working in movies and I want it by the end of the year. You're going to have an opportunity to take something that might be a PA job on a movie. And if you take it, that could lead to an acting role. That could lead to it could lead to a directing role. It could lead to anything, truthfully. And we talked about on the last thing too. I wanted to direct a feature. If I did not take what was initially offered to me as an extra role or maybe a PA role on a movie called Reboot Camp, where I met Kip Tribble, I wouldn't have directed the two features I directed. Period. Wouldn't have happened. I wouldn't have met him. And if I didn't meet him, I wouldn't have worked on the 14, 15 movies I've worked with him on, which wouldn't have paid my bills. Like those movies paid my bills for the last 4 years, easily, without a doubt. Some of them paid far less bills, but some of them paid a lot more bills. But they also put me in a place to where I have a lot of producing credits. I've got a lot more experience than I did 4 years ago, and I directed 2 features in that time too. So, right? So if you write things down, and people say that you write things down, your guiding spirit guide, whatever that thing is for you, is going to give you opportunities. You have to realize that you have to take them. They're not gonna be like, I want to direct. You're not all of a sudden gonna get a directing job. You're gonna get an assistant job to a producer who has a first-time director who's also gonna need some help working on something while you work on the producer thing, right? Or you're gonna get a PA job and the director's gonna be like, hey, I was a PA. And you're gonna have a conversation with that director, and all of a sudden that director becomes your mentor, and he becomes the guy that or the woman or who guides you and points you in the right direction and tells you everything you need to know. And all of a sudden, 4 years later, you're directing something because they gave you all that guidance because you took that PA job. That's what you're going to be given. You just have to realize that that's the path, and you have to walk it. You have to take it, and it takes time, but it'll be there, and that's the trick. That's the literal trick. Write it down. You'll be given opportunities. Take the opportunities. It's only 3 things, everybody. It's only three things. Sam Dever Podcast.